The petitioners provided witnesses from wards in Esako East local government area to testify before the tribunal. The first witness, Etamebo Oshoma, adopted his deposited statements after making corrections in certain paragraphs. All other 6 witnesses from different wards in Esako East local government area also testified before the tribunal as they adopted paragraphs 6 to 10 in their witness statements, where they made references to forms EC8B, EC8A, and voters' registers. The witnesses who testified one after the other informed the tribunal that they were overvoting, multiple voting, and non-accreditation of voters before voting. Under the cross-examination, counsel to the first respondent, Barrister Anumonye Onyenye, asked the first witness, Mr. Oshoma, if election in Unit 6 of Ward 2 was done in accordance with the electoral law. Responding, the witness said he was at the tribunal to testify on the conduct of Units 3 and 6 and not Unit 2, insisting that there was no accreditation in those units. Counsel to the third respondent, Hakim Afolabi SAN, who cross-examined the second witness, Solomon Omoka, said since accreditation and voting was done simultaneously, the witness lied on oath that there was no accreditation. The witness, however, maintained his stance and informed the tribunal that not all voters were accredited, which he said resulted in overvoting. Idodo Abdurazak Emmanuel, who admitted being the PDP Ward 4 collation officer, also said there was overvoting owing to non-accreditation in Units 3, 4, and 6 based on his visit to those units. However, when he was cross-examined, he admitted that he voted in Unit 1 without accreditation. The fifth witness, Yusuf Seidu Abu, explained to the tribunal during the cross-examination that overvoting and multiple voting was done according to his adopted statements, which showed that about 156 persons were accredited and over 300 persons voted. Even though he could not admit that he personally witnessed the process of overvoting, he maintained that as a ward collecting officer, he was in touch with party agents in other units. When asked why the signature in his written statement was different from what is on the voters' register, the seventh witness, Iran Shoab, informed the tribunal that his action is based on security reasons, but counsel to the second respondent, Adetuji Oyeyepo, SAN, pointed out that the witness lied on oath as he could not have been the same person since the signature says otherwise. Counsel to parties shed light on the day's proceeding.
Under the law, when you are preparing the statement on note, in order to protect the identity of the witnesses, you are permitted to use alphabet. I don't know your own name, but whatever your name is, you can say you are DMK. And then you sign DMK on the written statement on note. That's not false, because the law permits us to use acronyms to do witness oaths for the witnesses. So there is no problem at all. It's the same witness.
So far so good. We thank God that we're making progress. Today will be the second days out of their 14 days in which they are calling their witnesses. So totally I believe they spent almost about 5 days now out of the 14 days which they have. But as I said, so far so good. I think we are making progress.
Just before the Edo State Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal started admitting oral and documented evidence, the tribunal granted the petitioners 14 days to prove their case. So far, the petitioners have used 5 days, remaining 9 days, and the counsel to the petitioner says he's optimistic that the remaining 9 days will be sufficient for them to prove their case before the tribunal. From the Edo State Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal sitting in Benin, Edo State capital, Best Mbiere reporting.